Her voice cut through the silence like glass breaking on tile. No hesitation, no tremor, just cold calculation. From now on, we're splitting everything 50-50. I'm only responsible for myself. I didn't move, didn't blink, didn't let her see the way my chest tightened. I watched her sip from her crystal glass, wine the color of dried blood, her nails tapping against the stem as if this decision had been rehearsed, practiced, delivered like a closing argument. I said one word, okay. Her lips curled, not into a smile, not into sympathy, but into something between relief and satisfaction. I knew then, this wasn't about money, it was about freedom, hers. And beneath the surface of her polished tone, I heard the subtext. She wasn't splitting, she was severing. The next morning, I noticed it, the way she moved around me with new distance, a performance of indifference. Her phone stayed face down, always. Her late-night business meetings had grown more frequent, longer. Her perfume lingered in the hall at 2 a.m. when she returned without apology. I asked nothing. I demanded nothing. That's how you lose. Instead, I watched, and I remembered. Her insistence 2 months ago that we keep separate accounts. Her sudden generosity, expensive gifts for herself, none for me. Her unusual silence during dinner when I mentioned a coworker's affair. I felt the puzzle shifting, pieces snapping into place. Not money, not partnership, another man. It was too clean, too swift. She had been preparing for this long before my job disappeared. My failure was only her excuse. And in that moment, as the truth began to take shape, I realized she thought she was the predator. She had no idea she had already been seen. I moved with precision. Silence became my shield. I mirrored her distance, matching her detachment beat for beat. She thought I was broken. That was the mask I wanted her to see. But underneath, I was working. Her phone bill arrived, unopened, carelessly tossed aside. I took it. Numbers etched into my mind like coordinates. A late-night text appeared when she forgot to mute her screen. Next time, your place. He's getting suspicious. She turned in her sleep, unaware of the reflection of betrayal glowing against my face. I memorized the number. I bought a prepaid phone. I called once. A man answered. His voice was low, confident, practiced. I said nothing. Hung up. DNA tests, phone records, bank statements. Every step closer, every layer stripped away. She still kissed my cheek each morning before leaving. A mechanical gesture, a rehearsed performance. And every time her lips brushed my skin, I thought, you think I don't know. You think I can't see you bleeding lies across this floor we once built together. I waited. Patience was my weapon. The envelope arrived on a Thursday. I sat at the kitchen table, the place where we once shared laughter, where now silence lived. The results were clear, unforgiving. Months of hotel receipts, call logs, photographs. The name of the man, her colleague, a senior partner in her firm. Married, 2 children. When she came home that night, she moved with the ease of someone certain of her victory. Her heels clicking across marble, her perfume announcing her presence like a warning. I slid the envelope across the table. No words. She opened it. Her hands shook first, then her breath, then her carefully constructed mask cracked into something raw and desperate. You were spying on me? I said nothing. I just looked at her, calm, unblinking. Her voice rose, frantic. It's not what you think. He means nothing. You lost your job. I panicked. I interrupted, softly. You don't need to explain. I already know. And I meant it. Begin into excuses, apologies, bargaining. I let her speak. Let her unravel herself with every word. When she reached for my arm, I pulled away. Not harshly, but with surgical precision. At the table, I had already placed 2 sets of documents. Her affair, and a separation agreement I had prepared quietly, efficiently. Her name was typed in bold across every page. You said 50-50, I told her. My voice was low, measured. I'm giving you exactly that. Every asset she tried to hide, I had tracked. Every account she thought secret, I had mapped. I handed her the pen. Sign. She stared at me as if seeing me for the first time. Not the man she thought she could discard, but the one she had underestimated. Her hand trembled as she signed. And in that moment, I watched her world fracture. The next morning, I left. No suitcases, no long speeches, just the essentials. She stood in the doorway, eyes swollen, lips parted as if to speak. I didn't wait. The house behind me was no longer mine. The marriage was already a corpse we had both stepped over months ago. As I walked away, the air felt cleaner, colder. I thought about her words. From now on, we're splitting everything 50-50. She was right. She kept the lies. I kept the truth. And the truth was enough.